The maid made a mistake. She accidentally spilled scalding hot tea onto the young master's hand. Instead of getting angry, he bent down to check on her as she crouched on the floor cleaning up.
Leave it.
I will return with another cup.
Lady Bridgerton noticed her son's lapse in composure, and she could just as clearly see that he had taken an immediate dislike to the young lady who had come calling that day. So she decided not to drag out the polite small talk. Instead, she turned to Miss Hollis with a pleasant smile. She asked whether Miss Hollis had attended any of the balls during this year's social season. To everyone's surprise, the young lady admitted she had missed the season due to illness. This was, in fact, her very first visit to Bridgerton House. The moment Benedict realized she was not the woman he had been searching for, he visibly relaxed. It seemed he might finally be coming to terms with his feelings for Sophie. As Lady Bridgerton walked their guest out, Sophie happened to enter with a fresh set of teacups. Lady Bridgerton couldn't help but notice a subtle, almost charged tension lingering between the two. When the drawing room was finally empty, Benedict lowered his voice and apologized. He explained he hadn't expected Sophie to be the one serving tea. Sophie kept her head down. She continued wiping the water from the floor. Her voice was soft, almost as if she were speaking to herself. He's a gentleman. It's perfectly normal for him to court an eligible lady. She was only a maid. Cleaning and tidying up were simply part of her duties. There was no need for him to apologize at all.
But you shouldn't have to witness it.
It is highly unhelpful when you say things like that. Even more so when you fill my head with foolish ideas as you did last night in this very spot.
I have no intention of pursuing Miss Hollis. She can never compare.
Compare to what? Oh, why are you always here? This is the very best position I have ever had, but I cannot stay if you are living here and you are ruining it. A bachelor's not meant to live in their bachelor lodgings.
Benedict was taken aback by the intensity of her words. He hadn't expected her reaction to be so strong.
I will go then, and I will try to return as little as possible.
Thank you.
When Sophie heard him say he would stay away from home, she forced out a polite thank you. But once she returned to her room, she couldn't stop herself from looking downstairs. She watched as he carried out his luggage. It felt as if a blade had pierced her heart. That evening, the servants planned to go out to a tavern for drinks. Sophie was persuaded to join them. Meanwhile, Benedict, alone in his apartment, was restless and distracted. He picked up a paintbrush absent-mindedly. The face that appeared on the canvas was Sophie's. Unable to bear it any longer, he rushed back home. He knocked urgently on her door. When he pushed it open, the room was empty. At that very moment, Sophie was on her way to the tavern. She suddenly realized she had forgotten her purse. She turned back. As she reached the staircase, she collided with Benedict.
What are you? I thought you...
In the dim stairwell, neither of them could suppress their overwhelming emotions any longer. They fell into a desperate kiss. Benedict finally confessed his feelings. He admitted he had moved out because he had already fallen in love with her. Every time he saw her, he couldn't control the pounding of his heart.
And one I cannot live without. I meant it when I said you deserve better, and I'm determined to give it to you. No more. Sophie, be my mistress.
Hearing this, Sophie's expression fell. She turned away in disappointment. This time, she did not look back.